All right, so we've got a whole stack of game summaries here.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd just dive in and kind of see what jumps out at us.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. So, we don't always get to see these kind of behind-the-scenes details, right?
Yeah, it's like getting a sneak peek into a whole season, but just through the scores and stats.
Right. Exactly. And we've got some interesting stuff here. First off, just look at this score. Tidewater Drillers 14, Baltimore Chop 4.
Wow, somebody got demolished.
Right. I mean, that's got to be tough, right? To be on the receiving end of a 14-4 game.
Well, I mean, you got to wonder what happened there, right? Was it just one bad inning, or did everything just fall apart for the Chop?
Yeah, good question. You look at something like this game. Minnesota Web Gems 12, New Jersey Mets 11.
Ooh, that's a close one.
Yeah, every run must have mattered in that game.
Absolutely. That kind of score just screams high pressure, down to the wire kind of game, maybe even some walk-off heroics. Oh, yeah. I can picture it now. But you know what else I'm noticing? There are a lot of Minnesota teams on here, and they seem to be doing pretty well.
Now that you mention it, you're right. You've got the Web Gems, the Blenders, all putting up some big numbers.
Yeah, are they just a powerhouse league or something? What do you think?
It's hard to say for sure, but it does make you wonder if there's something special happening up there in Minnesota, some kind of, a talent pipeline or something. I don't know.
Right. Makes you want to dig a little deeper.
Definitely. Because, we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg with these scores, right? There's a whole story behind each one.
Exactly. And speaking of stories, look at this. Ronnie Olson for the Minnesota Blenders went 3 for 4 with 4 stolen bases.
Whoa. That's like a one-man wrecking crew on the base paths.
Right. And then, in the same game, you've got Brooke Leiter pitching a complete game, only giving up 2 earned runs.
Wow. Now that's some endurance, right?
Totally. It's you start picturing these individual players and their moments, even though we're just looking the bare bones of the game. Absolutely. It just goes to show you how much these scores, they're not just numbers, they're like little windows into all this human drama.
Right. And then, just to throw one more curveball in here, check this out. We've got umpire ratings for these games, too.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. And most of them are perfect 5s across the board.
Which makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. But then there's this one game, the Baltimore Chop versus Tidewater Drillers again, and the field umpire rating is a 3. That seems kind of harsh.
Yeah. I mean, was there a really bad call or something? Or maybe they were just having a bad day. Who knows? But it does make you wonder.
Right. What happened there? What was going through that umpire's head?
And how did it affect the game?
Yeah. So much we don't know.
Exactly. It's even with just these scores and a few stats, there are all these hidden stories, all these questions that pop up.
Totally. So listeners, we got to ask, if you had access to all the data behind these games, what would you be looking for? What kind of stories would you uncover? Think about it. And until next time, we'll see you later.